Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Kauserwise and this is the continuation video of ratio analysis. In the previous video, we have seen short-term solvencies. Okay, so in this video, we are going to see long-term solvencies as well as overall solvency ratio. Okay, you can find the playlist link in the description box. Now, see the problem. From the following particulars pertaining to assets and liabilities of a company, calculate fixed asset ratio, proprietary ratio, debt equity ratio, capital gearing ratio, and overall solvency ratio. Okay, so these are the four components which comes under long term solvency, and after finding these things, and finally you can calculate overall solvency ratio. Okay, and see the information under liabilities. 5,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, 5 lakh. 1,008 percentage preference shares of rupees 100 each, 1 lakh. 2,009 percentage debentures of rupees 100 each, 2 lakh. Reserves 1 lakh 50,000. Creditors 75,000. Bank OD 25,000. Total liabilities 10 lakh 50,000. Okay. See the asset side. Building 5 lakh. Machinery 3 lakh. Stock 1 lakh 20,000. Debtors 1 lakh. Cash at bank 27,500. Prepaid expenses 2,500. Total assets 10 lakh 50,000. With this information, they're asking you to find out long-term solvency ratios as well as overall solvency ratio. Okay. See the solution. First, we are going to find out fixed assets ratio, which comes under long-term solvency ratio. Okay. The formula for fixed asset ratio is fixed assets divided by long-term funds. Okay. See the problem to find out total fixed assets and long-term fund. Okay. So asset side, we have fixed assets, that is building 5 lakh, machinery 3,000. So these are the two assets which comes under fixed assets. All these assets are current assets. Okay. And now see the liabilities side. We need to find out long-term funds. Long-term fund means except short-term funds, all other funds combinedly called as total long-term funds. So in this problem, we have creditors and bank OD. So these are the two items which comes under short-term fund. Except these two figures, all other components combinedly called as total long-term funds. That is equity share capital, preference share capital, debentures, even reserves. So reserves also belongs to equity shareholders. No. So these are the amounts combinedly called as total long-term fund. Okay. Now see the solution. Total fixed assets 8 lakh and total long-term funds 9 lakh 50,000. Okay. Substitute the value in the formula to find out fixed asset ratio. So fixed assets 8 lakh divided by long-term funds 9 lakh 50,000 is equal to 0.84. So this is fixed asset ratio. Okay. See the problem. We have calculated fixed asset ratio. Now we are going to calculate proprietary ratio. Okay. See the solution. The next calculation is proprietary ratio. The formula is shareholders funds divided by total tangible assets. Okay. So this is the formula to find out proprietary ratio. Now see the problem. Shareholders fund consists of equity share capital plus preference share capital plus any reserves and surplus. Okay. So all the reserves and surplus belongs to equity shareholders. Okay. So here we are going to find out the shareholders fund. So shareholder consists of equity shareholder fund plus preference shareholders fund. Okay. So equity capital 5 lakh, preference share capital 1 lakh plus reserves 1 lakh 50,000. So these are the components combinedly called as shareholders fund. Okay. And the next one is total tangible assets. So total tangible asset means total assets excluding intangible assets if any, like goodwill, patents and copyrights. Okay. So in this problem, there is no intangible assets. Therefore, the total asset is equal to total tangible assets. Okay. Now see the solution. Shareholders fund 7 lakh 50,000. Total tangible assets 10 lakh 50,000. Okay. Just substitute the figure in the formula. Shareholders fund 7 lakh 50,000 divided by total tangible assets 10 lakh 50,000. 0.71. So this is proprietary ratio. Okay. See the problem. So far we have calculated fixed asset ratio and proprietary ratio. Now we are going to calculate debt equity ratio. Okay. See the solution. The next one is debt equity ratio. The formula is total long term debt divided by shareholders funds. Okay. So shareholders funds, you can refer the previous calculation. And for long term debt, see the problem. Debenture, this is the long term debt, long term borrowings. Okay, third party liabilities. How much? 2009% of debentures of 100 each, 2 lakh. So this one is long term debt divided by shareholders fund. For that you can refer the previous calculation. See the solution. Long term debt, that is debentures, how much? 2 lakh divided by shareholders fund, 7 lakh 50,000. What is the answer? 0.27. So this is debt equity ratio. Okay. See the problem. So far we have calculated fixed asset ratio, proprietary ratio, debt equity ratio. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the fourth one, capital gearing ratio. Okay. See the solution. This is the formula to find out capital gearing ratio. The formula is long-term loans and borrowings plus debentures plus preference share capital. Okay, divided by equity shareholders funds. Okay, now see the problem. Under liability side, we don't have long term borrowings, that is long term loan is not given, just ignore. The next one is debentures. Yes, we have debentures. How much? 2 lakh plus preference share capital 1 lakh. So total 3 lakh divided by equity shareholders fund. So equity shareholder fund is equity share capital plus any reserves and surplus. Okay. So if you find any reserves and surplus under liability side, that is the amount belongs to equity shareholders. Okay. So total 6,50,000 is the equity shareholders fund. Okay. Now see the solution. So long term loan is not given in the problem. Debentures how much? 2 lakh plus preference share capital 1 lakh divided by equity shareholders fund. So equity shareholder fund is equity share capital 5 lakh plus reserves and surplus 1 lakh 50,000. Okay, so total 3 lakh divided by 6 lakh 50,000. What is the answer? 0.46. So this is capital gearing ratio. Okay, now see the problem. So far we have calculated long-term solvency ratios. Now we are going to see the last one, that is overall solvency ratio. Okay, see the solution. Overall solvency ratio is equal to total debt divided by total tangible asset. Okay, so this is the formula to find out overall solvency ratio. So total debt means both short-term debt as well as long-term debt. Okay, see the problem. See the problem. Under liabilities, we have short-term debt as well as long-term debt. Okay, short-term debts are creditors and bank overdraft. So these are the two components which comes under short-term debt. Okay, long-term debt is debentures 2 lakhs. So total how much? 3 lakh. Okay, this is a total debt, and the next one is total tangible assets. So total tangible asset means total asset excluding of intangible assets if any. Okay, so in this problem we don't have any intangible assets, therefore total assets is equal to total tangible assets. Okay, now see the solution. Total debts, that is short term debt plus long term debt. Okay, so short term debts are creditors 75,000 plus bank OD 25,000 plus debentures 2 lakh divided by total tangible assets how much? 10 lakh 50,000. So what is the answer? 3 lakh divided by 10 lakh 50,000. You will be getting 0.29. So this is the overall solvency ratio. Okay. So this is the way to calculate long-term solvency ratios as well as overall solvency ratio. Okay. You can find the playlist link in the description box to get the collections of ratio analysis. Hope you like this video. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.